Thank you very much, little brother. Let's have some fun. Let's have a Bible game. This Bible game is similar to asked by Brother Leo. Brother Leo, you're not little.
Inputs about the Bible and the health itself in that regards to nutrition. So for this, I'd like for you to be divided into two groups, which is probably this group, group 1 and group 2. Are you guys okay with it? All right, I see that there are a lot of kids here. You want to transfer there? No, they don't want to go. You don't? Just like this. Okay. Yeah, so that you'll be closer to your teammates. Okay. So, for the first part, I'd like for a volunteer, two-person, like a team, two-person from each group. It could be an adult and a kid, or a kid and a kid. And get up here. Come on, and come up here. All right? Either, which one would you prefer? Adult, adult, kid, kid, or a combination of which one? All right, come. I need a pair from this group and that group.
One adult and one.
All right, one adult and one kid, so that it will be easy.
All right.
You have one from group 1? How about group 2?
Are you an adult already? Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Let's have the father and the son. Come on.
All right. This is quite hard, okay? So for the first part, I named it Young at Heart. So based on the Bible, in Genesis 1:29 and Genesis 9:3 and 4, anyone who knows about that verse, it says, every seed bearing fruit or plant, it will be yours, right? And everything that lives and moves will be food. This is after the flood. Will be food for you, but you must not eat the meat that lies blood in it. So you know the story from the creation to the after the flood. And you know that based from that, we have the antediluvians. How I'm pronouncing it well? Antediluvians, okay. So enumerate 10 of the 10 characters in the Bible that lived the longest. Okay? If you have the age with it, you have extra point. I'll give you 1 minute to think about it. Discuss. Oh, you could go ask your team, sure, but you guys don't need to open your phones, huh? No opening of Google. Go ask your team. Go ask your team. Name 10 of the oldest living characters in the Bible. Dun, 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 dun. Can we play? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, time is up. Representatives, please come up here. No more chance to think. All right, who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? You want to go first? Oh, ladies first.
Adam lived 930 years.
Okay, repeat it.
Adam lived 930 years. Lamech, Enoch, Methuselah lived 969 years. Noah.
All right, that's it for group one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points because you named and the age you said also. All right, group two. Oh, it's okay. You could name it. That's 1 point also.
Noah, Enoch, Adam, Eve, Seth, Cain, Methuselah.
Yeah, you said Methuselah. You know the age? You could help your dad. You could get some points with it.
969 years for Methuselah.
Methuselah was 969, right?
I know Adam was maybe 935. Somewhere around 932. That's it. That's all.
That's it. All right. Thank you. I have the list here on my phone because I Googled it. Anyway, group 2 had 6 points. I don't think Eve has an age on the Bible, so I won't count it, but probably she lived long for sure. Anyway, according to my list, who's the oldest? Methuselah with 969. Who's next? Jared is 962. Who's next? Noah? Noah actually was 950. Next? Adam was 930. Next? Enosh 900. Actually Seth was 912. And Enosh was 905. Actually Cain was 910. And Lamech was 777. And the last one was Shem at 600. Anybody else?
I just want to say, remember, Enoch is still living.
True! Enoch probably is the oldest. She's still alive. Yes, ma'am. David is 75. Yeah. Top 10. He could be there this year's. Anybody else want to add? Sorry? Nimrod. I don't have him on the list, but do you know what his age was? No. So it was Adam, Seth, Enosh, Cain, Mahalalel actually was 895. Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, and Shem. So Elijah was still alive right now. Okay, 7 points, 6 points. All right. Second part, Bible story. So I need one kid and one kid from here, please.
All right.
Sit down.
There is already one kid.
Oh, one kid.
So next, you're next. Next. I need an adult in this group.
All right, an adult and a kid then, so you could help with each other. Sige.
Adult, any volunteer?
Any volunteer to help with a kid?
From this group? Sisters are holy. Come on. Thank you.
All right, Sister Saholi and the kid, and then you two here. For this part, the second part is a Bible story. Listen carefully. It says on Daniel 1 verse 8, and Daniel purposed in his heart that he will not defile himself of the king's portion, of the king's delicacies. So tell us the story how Daniel defiled the king's diet. You have 30 seconds to think. How Daniel did follow what the king's order of diet was. Oh, just tell the story how Daniel did not follow the king's diet. Yeah. All right? Who wants to start first? Group 1. Okay, we will give you 3 points for the best story, 2 medium, and 1 for the least. Stand up. You say it. Face them. All right.
Daniel asked the supervisor to give him 10 days of healthy food and water because the king served unhealthy food. So yeah.
Okay. So 10 days of not eating the meat or from the king, right? And you said also only water too? What else did he eat? What do you think? Fruits and vegetables. Okay. All right. Group 2.
Daniel was captured, and when the king was going to feed the people that he captured, they were giving them like wine and meat, but Daniel didn't know he couldn't eat it, so he asked for like water, seeds, fruits, and vegetables, and then he had a challenge for 10 days and see who is healthier.
Okay. So, what do you think? Are the stories enough? Are they complete? Is it substantial? You get the point? How about this group? Did they get the point? Yeah. All right. Group 1, what's your score for group 2? 3, 2, or 1? 2? 3, 2? What? 3? Okay, 3. Group 2, what's your score for group 1? 3? Okay, so 3 and 3. It's a tie. So I was just hoping that you guys could like see the effects or the results, or how did Daniel was able to be chosen among the others. So it's okay. It's just like a Bible story, all right? Next part, spelling. I want an adult to participate on it. Okay? One adult from each group, please. From the back, can one please volunteer? Spelling. Brother Benny was called by Sister Lynette here. If you wish to volunteer forcefully.
Brother Benny and Brother Orville.
Brother Orville too? Or whoever? Come. Any volunteer from group 1, please? Oh, there you go. Sister Sarah here. Okay, so for this part, I specifically call the adults because this is about diet. And it says, so whether you eat or drink, our memory verse earlier, or whatsoever you do, do it all for the glory of God. And also we are talking about the cardiovascular system of our bodies, right? So for the kids and for the adults, you know about hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, and stuff like this. That however, how we age and stuff like this, we are really prone to this kind of diseases. So for general knowledge, we're going to spell some of the diseases that we usually know, okay? Spelling test. All right. The first word is hypercholesterolemia. Who wants I will say it slowly. Hypercholesterolemia. Lemia. Yeah, lemia. Yeah. Yeah, H for sure. Who wants to go first? Okay, silence please.
HYPERCHOL hypercholesterolemia.
You're close.
I know. Hold on. I'm trying to
Okay,
remember.
could repeat it?
Hypercholesterol. So I did CHO,
Yes.
LESTER, cholesterol, OLIMEA.
Okay. We'll hear from group 1, please. All right. The word is hypercholesterolemia.
HYPERCHOLESTEROLIMIA.
It was really close. The lemia part should have been LEMIA. It was close. Almost, almost. So for everyone, what is hypercholesterolemia? Yeah, it's the body's like the cholesterol in your body is high in your blood system. So that's where what it is, hypercholesterolemia. All right. So I have another chance for the two of you. The next word is atherosclerosis. No. Atherosclerosis. Did I say it right?
Somebody else needs to take my place.
Anyone wants to try it? Sige po. Definition, it is... Ano bang English, no?
I'll try it.
It's a hardening of the vessels of your system. Atherosclerosis.
ATHEROSCLEROSIS.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, po.
CLEPHIS. Atherosclerosis.
Group 2 got it po. Group 2 had 1 point. So atherosclerosis is a hardening of your vessels because of the plaques forming. All right, I got one spelling for the kids if you want to try. It's quite easy. Yeah, how about the other kids, please, who didn't participate yet? All right. Steven and ikaw, Ember. Go. Shannon. Just one kid. Are you want to try? Okay. So for the kids, I have here the superfoods that improve
Easy
blood
words.
circulation. Okay? What are the simple, superfoods that we eat? So some of them are like oranges and cacao, spinach. But for today, I want you to spell the word cayenne pepper. Did I? Oh, cayenne pepper. Sorry. All right. Who wants to start it? Steven?
Peppers.
Come on. Cayenne pepper.
Peppers or pepper?
Pepper only. All right, let's hear Steven, please.
K
Sorry?
K
Okay.
I
Let him spell.
K I Y I A N P E P P E R.
All right, good. We'll see you later. All right.
CANNIONPEPPER.
Okay, good try, kids. This is the right spelling of cayenne pepper. The peppers are correct, but the cayenne part wasn't. CAYENNE. And then the pepper is PEPPER. Okay? What's the color of the cayenne pepper? Red? Sometimes like red orangey and orangey like that. Alright, so for that part, no one got the point. And for the last part, I want a kid to explain something. I'll give 5 points. Who wants to do this? It's very easy. Yeah, Ember and, you want, Pia? Ember here and Pia here on the side. Sige, siblings. Alright. So, siblings, for 5 points, we are going to talk about rest. So, in Psalms 127 verse 2, it says, "In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for he grants sleep to those he loves." So, explain to me benefits of good rest or sleep. What are some benefits? Who wants to start?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, you can think.
But you can hold it. Your brain works better, your muscles grow, you grow taller overnight, your bones grow.
Alright, thank you very much. Who wants to go first? Okay, oh, no one's
Oh, ladies first.
Alright,
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Okay, come.
Sleep can make you smart. Sleep can energize yourself. Sleep can help your brain relax. Sleep can make you feel good. Sleep can make you strong. Sleep can heal your wounds.
Alright, thank you very much, Pia. Alright, Amber. Let's listen to group 2, please.
Sleep can help you be more energized in the morning. Sleep can make you grow taller. Sleep can strengthen your muscles. Sleep can help your bones. Sleep can help you have rest, and sleep can make you smarter.
Alright. So, let's give some points. Group 1, what's your score for group 2? Out of 5. 5? Alright. Group 2 to group 1, what's your score? 5. Alright. They said perfectly the benefits of sleep. However, listen kids, do you know about sleep deprivation? Let's talk about that. What's sleep deprivation? All right. Usually, like when we were young, we are told to sleep like 7 to 8 hours, which is still supposedly for the adults to sleep about the time. However, if you little ones don't sleep on time, like you use Facebook, your phones, you watch cartoons and stuff, then you will be sleep deprived. Then what you said earlier will less benefit yourselves. So if you say that if you have enough sleep, you'll get taller, what will happen if you're sleep deprived? You'll get shorter. If good sleep makes you smarter, what will sleep deprivation make you? Not so smart, okay? So for the adults also, I know we have different kinds of work and we need enough sleep because focus and attention, especially, after work and even like a really short time to nap in between work is really important for your brain's functioning. So I hope you learned something for this Bible game. Thank you. Who won? You won by 1 point.
Thank you, Neil. And I hope we learned something from it. We have verses from the Bible that help. And mind you that I want to tell you something, that this church is very lucky. We have so many children. We have young people. We have parents who is very supportive to the kids. But I'm so glad this afternoon that we have children. No matter what, no matter who they are, they came to me. Tita Lynette, can we sing in AY? Right? So parents, let's bank on them. Let's bank on their willingness to serve the Lord. Not only to display their talents, but they are showing that they wanted to be a part in the church and also in praising God. So let's give them time to show what they've got as they wanted to serve the Lord in the field of music. But after they sing, I want all children, if you are ages 14 and below, it's your time to come here and sing. Anything. We have a pianist to sing with you if you are age 14 and below. But this time, let's give, who is the singer here? Shannon. Okay. Come here. We have the pianist, 2 pianists here, and we have you are director, right? Okay. Shamron will do the action, and we have Shannon. So let's pay our attention to these young people who wanted to serve the Lord. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you and praise the Lord for your talent. I remember when I was young, sometimes, as young people, young children, like they are, like in AY, we were in a small town. So we have these guava trees and many trees. We play in Sabbath afternoon. But the time, every AY, there was a time for the kids to sing. Whoever, what age you are, it's time to sing. And I have my grandfather running after us with a long stick, ready. Come on, stop playing, go to church and sing. So that's how we grow up. That's how we were trained so that we will be in the church. But these young children, you don't have to bring a stick. They come forward and volunteer. Okay? So now, let's request all the kids ages 14 and below to come here and sing. It's your turn. Yes.
The losers have to sing.
There was no loser in the game, I think. Okay. All adventurers and pathfinders, come over here. Okay, what song are you singing?
Testing.
Adventurer song. What's the tune of the adventurer song?
I'm the leader of the singer. I'm the leader.
I'm the leader.
I'm the second oldest. I'm the first. First and second oldest. Nope. Sherman, just do it. Listen to your. It's your. Oh, fine. No. No.
Aside from the adventurer song, what else? What song? Redeem? Sing for life. No, nothing.
No. Jesus.
The Pathfinders.
We are adventurers.
Okay. Come out. Nobody goes to fellowship. Jesus. Jesus loves the little children. That song. Jesus loves the little children.
All right. It's because they have so many songs. So they cannot decide which one. So they have to think about it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is a very nice special music before our guest speaker. But before that, let's have Shaina to tell us more about our speaker.
Our speaker for today is Maria Eleena Siciliano, who was born in Manila, Philippines. Her family was converted to Adventism in 1976 before she turned 10 years old. She received an Adventist education from 6th grade to college, then on to graduate school. She finished Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics from Philippine Union College, which is now Adventist University of the Philippines, in 1987. She received her Master of Arts education from Adventist International Institute for Advanced Studies in 2002, studies that she undertook while being a missionary teacher in Bangkok, Thailand. Currently, she is a registered dietitian nutritionist, a certified specialist in renal nutrition, working as an administrative dietitian at NYU Winthrop Dialysis Center in Mineola. She is thankful to God for the opportunity to share with us about keeping our kidneys healthy, not only as a health provider, but also as our church pastor's wife.
Thank you very much, Shaina. And thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I believe that the the young people, our children and the young people are very, very happy to see the support that we have for them. In Manila, I attended a church that was small. We were like a house church. We were just meeting in a house at first. Now we have a church building, but we started in a house church. But morning, the kids are there. Afternoon, the adults were there with the kids. You know, the kids were there during the adults' meetings, and during the kids' meetings, the adults were there. It's like everybody was just supporting each other. So this is very beautiful, and this reminds me of my experience growing up. Okay then, so before I start, I would like to ask for help. I have here notepads, and I hope that the kids and the young people will stay. Just because I think the topic covers kidney health that is good for adults, but is good for the young people especially. Just because it pays to start taking care of your body from young. You know, it's good to, you know how it is that if you, they say, what you sow at the beginning of life, you will reap later in life. So if you take care of yourself from young, later you will have less problems. We will have less problems. So I have here notepads. I do have handouts, but I want to hold on to my handouts until after the presentation. I have here notepads so that you can take notes when I give the presentation. At the end of that, I am a little disappointed that the young people just left. I still have some. Those that are here, thank you very much for staying, because I really thought of you guys when I, planned for this presentation. But afterwards, you will use the notes that you generated to create posters. I'm not sure if we will have time to do that, but we have the materials, we have the colored pens and the papers, but I want you to come up with a poster that will help you and your family and other people remember how to take care of your kidneys. It's like whatever important things that you glean or you pick during the presentation, I want you to put in a poster that you can take home, you can post on the refrigerator or in your bedroom to remind you of what to do to take care of your kidneys. Fair enough? So who of you, I have also some pens here. I would be happy to receive them back later so that we can use it again next time. But I have anybody who can volunteer to help distribute notepads and pens. Now here. Raise your hand if you would like to have some pens or notepads. Raise your hand. Okay, so there you go. Okay? And then we'll collect the pens later. Okay? Have them? They have the papers. Okay? Thank you very much. See who else needs a pen? Find out here. And then ask them for notepads. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Are you all ready? Maybe before I start, I would ask you to stand up. Everybody stand up, please. Everybody stand up. Try to reach the ceiling of this church as high as you can. Just stretch up high as you can. And then to the side. Don't hurt your seatmate or standmate. Push as far as you can to the side. Good. One to the front, one to the back. Push out as much as you can. Okay? Shoulders up, please. And down. Up and down. Forward. Forward. Backwards. Backwards. Shake. Take 2 deep breaths. You may sit down. Thank you very much. I think I woke you up enough already. Okay? So let's start. Ready? Are you ready? Okay. Keep your kidneys healthy. Catch kidney disease early. Okay. I bring you greetings from NYU Winthrop University Hospital Dialysis Center in Mineola. That's where I work as the administrative dietitian supervising a team of renal dietitians. Renal is a qualifier meaning kidney related, okay? So renal dietitians are dietitians that work with kidney patients, okay? And I have renal dietitians and I have a diet technician working in my team. My day-to-day work deals with patients with kidney failure requiring kidney replacement therapy. We work with patients whose kidneys stop functioning or have declined functioning, okay? So they either need dialysis, which is like a way of cleaning the blood outside the body or inside the body, depending on what we use, or transplantation. Kids, do you understand what transplantation means? Kidney transplant means somebody gets or donates a kidney to another person who needs it. Okay? So a kidney, an organ from somebody's body is surgically transplanted to the body of somebody else so that they can continue living. Okay? So, I'm very happy for this opportunity to promote kidney health and hopefully help prevent or delay kidney failure. Let's start. Your kidneys aren't very big. Each is about the size of your fist. Okay? So kids, make a fist. Everybody, make a fist. This is the size of one kidney. Of your kidney, of my kidney. Okay? We have 2. Each one has 2, okay? But they do important work. They're seemingly small, but they do important work. They keep you healthy by maintaining just the right balance of water and other substances inside your body. How is it that even if we keep on drinking and drinking and drinking, we don't get bigger and bigger and bigger with what we drank? It's because the kidneys filter out through urine the excess so that we will stay just balanced. Okay? We do not just keep on gaining the water or the juice that we took in. Okay? Unfortunately, if your kidneys start to malfunction, to not work right, you might not realize it for a long while. Meaning your kidneys are not doing a good job already and they are already getting sick and you don't have any idea because you don't feel anything wrong happening in your body for a long while. Kidney disease usually doesn't make you feel sick until the problem becomes serious and irreversible. What does irreversible mean? Cannot be reversed anymore. You cannot, there's no reverse, just like in a CD player, you rewind or you fast forward. In a DVR, you rewind, you fast forward. Kidney disease, once you get there, there's no rewind. Okay? There's no rewind. You cannot reverse it. You cannot correct it. March, this is now September, right? March is National Kidney Month in the U.S., and the International Kidney Day is also celebrated in the month of March. Though we are now in September, it is still a good time to learn more about how to keep your kidneys healthy and how to catch problems early. Okay. Your kidneys are 2 reddish bean-shaped organs located on either side of the spine. So, kidneys are somewhere there. They're not here in front. They're in the back. Okay? Their main job is to filter your blood. Each kidney contains about 1 million tiny filters called nephrons. How many per kidney? 1 million nephrons. So if you have 2 kidneys, how many nephrons do you have? 2 million, right? They are the ones that do the filtration of the blood once the blood goes through the kidneys. And these nephrons can process around 40 gallons of fluid every day. Okay, 40 gallons go through the kidneys in one day, about. I have read somewhere that it's about 50 gallons. So every day, we don't drink 40 gallons, but the body reuses, recycles, things inside. But they have to pass through the kidneys for waste products and excess materials to be removed, including excess water. Okay? Next slide. When blood passes through your kidney, the nephrons, the smallest functioning filtering unit, sift and hold onto the substances the body might need, such as certain nutrients and much of the water. That's why even if we need a lot of water, we don't need to drink as much as we need, because the kidneys conserve them, just retains, some of them and recirculates them. Okay? Harmful wastes and extra water and nutrients are routed to the nearby bladder and flushed away as urine. Okay? So, your kidneys, can you please go back to the previous slide? Thank you. You see the 2 kidneys there? And you see the Y-shaped connection to something in the middle at the bottom? That's the bladder. That's where urine is stored, and that's why when you really need to use the bathroom to pee, you don't want anybody to make you laugh, right? Or push your tummy because you might just pee. Why? Why? Because it's full at that time. Okay, so that's the bladder. Okay, go back to the next slide, please. When blood passes through your kidney, the nephrons sift and hold onto the substances the body might need, such as certain nutrients like protein, sugar. Usually, the urine doesn't have sugar. The urine doesn't have protein because the kidneys just retain them. Okay? They release other things, but not protein and sugar. Okay? That information will be very, very important later. Harmful wastes and extra water and nutrients are routed to the nearby bladder and flushed away as urine. Your kidneys also produce several hormones. Did you know that? The kidneys produce hormones that help to control blood pressure, hormones that make red blood cells, hormones that activate vitamin D, which keeps the bones strong. So, with all these things that the kidneys do, if the kidneys stop functioning, all of these things will be affected. Okay? That's why kidney patients over time will become anemic because the red blood cell production mechanism is disturbed. Kidney problem people over time will have bone problems because vitamin D activation is affected. Calcium, phosphorus, all of these things will go out of balance because all of these are managed by the kidneys. Next slide, please. Okay, sorry. Okay. Can you go to the previous one, to this slide? There, thank you very much. We all lose a little of our kidney function as we get older. So it's normal that we will lose some kidney function as we age. People can even survive with just one kidney if they donate the other to a friend or a family member. Okay? So God has given us 2 million nephrons, but in reality, He created the body so that we can function even if we only have 1 million. Okay? So we have 1 million reserves actually, right, that God has given us. So that as what I just said, some people donate one of their kidneys to help somebody else who does not have any kidney function left to be able to survive without dialysis, right? But when kidney function drops because of an underlying kidney disease, it is something to be concerned about. Toxins and water can build up in the blood. Falling hormone production can cause other problems. About 1 in 10 adults in the US, or more than 20 million people, have at least some signs of kidney damage, and most are undiagnosed. Why undiagnosed? Because there are usually no symptoms. You don't feel anything. And if you don't go for tests, if you don't go for your regular physical exam, that will not be caught because you don't feel like you have any problems. Okay? At NYU Winthrop Dialysis Center, where I work, we have patients who die within a few months after starting dialysis. This is after they start having treatment where a machine cleans the blood. Okay? Usually these are the very sick, advanced in age, very old people with many medical problems. Kidney disease is not their only problem. So these ones die fast. But we also have patients who have been on dialysis for more than 20 years and are still going. Okay? Health insurance, both private and government, government provided cover the treatment expense here in the US. The scenario in other countries is quite different. A study at the National Kidney and Transplant Institute in the Philippines, this is my country, showed that half the patients who start dialysis are dead within a year. Presumably because, what do you think is the cause? Because they could not afford sufficient dialysis. Here in the US, there's Medicare, there's insurance that covers dialysis. So even if you do not have a car, if you have kidney disease, end-stage renal disease, you will be covered for dialysis. In other countries, like my country, the Philippines, there's no insurance, there's nothing. So if you need dialysis, and one dialysis costs like, how much? $500, say for example, right? If it costs $500 or $200, how many $200 do you have? Because you need dialysis 3 times a week for the rest of your life until you get transplanted. It's not only difficult and uncomfortable situation to have your kidneys fail, it's very expensive. Here, people don't feel the expense as much, but the government, the taxpayers, are the ones shouldering the load. Okay? Just imagine 20 million people having some form of kidney damage. Okay. Prevention of chronic kidney disease is of prime importance. Prevention, what can we do? Being aware of and understanding kidney disease is a good first step. That's why I'm very thankful for the opportunity to share this with you. I work with end-stage renal disease patients who go through dialysis and who are preparing for transplantation. But I want to prevent many people from getting there. Okay? If we can do something to prevent, that's very, very good, because we will provide dialysis and transplantation to those who don't have any choice, to those who were born with malfunctioning kidneys. Okay? Some people really did not do anything to have kidney problem. They were just born with kidney problems. So for those people, transplantation and dialysis, yes, we're happy to do that. For the others who could have prevented it, we wish that we can prevent it or delay it at least. Okay? So, next slide, please. Types of kidney disease. There are different types of kidney disease. Most strike both kidneys at the same time, harming the nephrons, those tiny filters, and reducing their filtering ability. When damage to nephrons happens quickly, often because of injury or poisoning, it's known as acute kidney injury. This morning we had a prayer request for somebody who had an accident whose kidney got lacerated. Do you remember that? It was mentioned by Sister Drupati. That is a kind of acute kidney injury. The person did not have any kidney problem before the accident, and now he has a lacerated kidney, which is compromising the function of the kidneys, okay? Now, it is more common, though, for nephrons to worsen slowly and silently for years or even decades. This is known as chronic kidney disease. If you hear CKD, that's chronic kidney disease. This is kidney damage over time, okay? Most people have few or no symptoms until chronic kidney disease is very advanced. You can lose up to 3/4 of your kidney function and essentially have no symptoms. What is 3/4 of 2 million nephrons? 1.5 million? 1.5 million, right? 750 and 750, so 1.5 because you have 2 millions, right? So you can lose function of 1.5 millions, and only until then will you start having symptoms. Well, it's a little too late, right, to do much. Next slide, please. Chronic kidney disease can strike people of any race, but Black, Asian, and minority ethnic communities are 4 to 5 times more likely to experience kidney failure than other groups. I'm one of the Asians, okay? So, but it doesn't mean that the other races are exempted. We are just more prone to having this problem, okay? 4 to 5 times more likely to experience kidney failure than other groups. They also tend to have high rates of diabetes and high blood pressure, the 2 leading causes of kidney disease. Kids, do you know of anybody in your family with diabetes? Who among us here have family members who have diabetes? Okay, thank you. Who among us here have family members who have high blood pressure? So, even if we don't have diabetes now and we don't have hypertension now, we genetically have higher risk of having them too. Okay, so we have to be more, vigilant in trying to protect ourselves and find out what we can do to reduce our risk, right? We cannot change our race. We cannot change our genes. We can change our lifestyle, right? We can change how we eat. We can change certain things that we can change. We focus on those because we cannot change certain things, right? Okay, so other risk factors for kidney disease include heart disease and a family history of kidney failure, a severe form of kidney disease. If you have a family member who is already doing dialysis, so all the more, find out what you can do. Drugs and toxins such as lead poisoning, long-term use of some medications such as NSAIDs or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and naproxen, and IV street drugs can permanently damage the kidneys. So can being around some types of chemicals over time. So if your work requires you to be, near chemicals and exposed to a lot of chemicals, maybe it's a good thing to talk to your doctor, talk to your supervisor, what are the things that I have to be aware of. Long-lasting viral illnesses such as HIV/AIDS hepatitis B and hepatitis C, and untreated strep throat can lead to kidney damage too. So when we get sick, don't just say, oh, this will go away, this will go away. That's fine. If it's already more than 3 days, what should we do? Seek medical help. Okay? I have spoken to somebody earlier who told me, when he found out that I was talk about kidney health, he said, you know, I had like kidney pains and I was told that I had like sand in my kidney or something. And so what did you do? And this person told me, I had to do cleansing and I drank grapefruit, this and that. You could not imagine what came out of my body. And so, do you have relief? I said, did you find relief? He said, yes, a little bit. I still have some pain. I said, did you go see the doctor? No. Why not? What I told this person, I said, well, it's best to go see the doctor, have it diagnosed, have them identify exactly what your problem is, and then ask them for options of what are the treatments. Then you can choose. Then you choose whether you want to go ahead with this or that or not. But at least have it diagnosed so you know what your problem is. Okay? Certain things we can do on our own. But kidney disease, we need professional help. We need professional help. Okay? So if you have these risk factors, it is important to be screened for kidney disease. It doesn't mean that if you have this, you already have kidney disease. No, these are only risk factors. This increases the likelihood that you will have this problem. So if you have the risk factors, have yourself screened. So what do we do for screening? Next slide, please. Screening usually involves simple laboratory tests. A urine test to look for kidney damage and a blood test to measure how well the kidneys are working. I mentioned to you earlier about protein and sugar not being released by the kidneys into the urine, like conserving them inside the body, right? The urine test checks for a protein called albumin, which isn't routinely detected when your kidneys are healthy. Okay, so if your urine starts to show protein in it, red flag. Okay, the blood test checks sugar will spill in the urine if you have diabetes. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that your kidneys are not functioning right. It's just saying that you have diabetes, because usually if you don't have diabetes, sugar will not be in the urine. The blood test checks your GFR. What is GFR? This is glomerular filtration rate. Next time, maybe you can include this in the spelling, in the spelling question. Glomerular filtration rate. This is an estimate of your kidney's filtering ability. Okay? A GFR below 60, the score 60, is a sign of chronic kidney disease. A GFR below 15 is described as kidney failure. If you have risk factors, you should know your numbers. Usually, chronic kidney disease cannot be cured, but when caught early, its progression can be slowed down. Remember, it cannot be reversed, but you can do something to slow down your progression to the next stage, to the next stage, to the next stage. Next slide. You see here stages of kidney disease, right? You have there stage 1, stage 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time you reach stage 5, where GFR is less than 15, you will need either dialysis or transplantation. If you don't do anything, after a while, after days, depending on your body's strength and capacity, you can die. because of uremia, because of buildup of waste products in the body. Okay? So, without treatment, kidney disease often gets worse. That's why it's very important to be screened and diagnosed early. If your GFR drops below 15, you may feel tired and weak with nausea, vomiting, and itching. By that point, you may need a kidney transplant or dialysis. It's a good idea to talk with your doctor about the possibility of these therapies long before they are needed. It takes time to understand your options, and it is easier to figure things out when you are feeling healthy. Okay? Next slide, please. In general, a preferred therapy for kidney failure is to have a kidney transplant. But not everyone can have a transplant. Some obstacles include long waiting lists for healthy kidneys and finding a well-matched donor. Some people also have other medical problems that prevent them from having safe surgeries. Dialysis is a treatment that filters wastes and water from the blood, allowing patients with kidney failure to feel better and continue with everyday activities. Although dialysis is a life-saving therapy, it can be challenging for patients and their families. It's not easy, but it extends life. Okay, as I said, I've had patients who have been on dialysis for 27 years, for 20 years. Okay? But over time, you will have some complications, but it extends life. Okay? Researchers are exploring innovative ways to improve the quality of life and long-term outcomes for dialysis patients. Next slide, please. Now, I did not come here to bring you only scary news. I came here to bring good news. We can do something now. What can we do now? Okay? Now that we do not have symptoms, now that we are still not feeling all the discomfort of nausea, vomiting, itchy, weak, okay? You can take many steps to avoid or delay reaching the point of kidney failure. Okay, if you missed what I said earlier to now, it's a good time to be more awake and take notes. Okay, kids, are you taking notes? How to avoid or delay having kidney failure. You can take many steps to avoid or delay reaching the point of kidney failure. The best thing you can do is control your blood pressure if that's a problem for you. Okay? If you have family members who have high blood pressure and you are still a pathfinder or an adventurer, find out what you can do now so that it will not be a problem for you. A healthy lifestyle, including physical activity and a heart-healthy diet, can help to normalize blood pressure and also slow kidney disease. Okay? The kidneys are vascular. You saw the picture earlier. Inside the kidneys are a lot of blood vessels. Any disease that will affect blood vessels will harm the kidneys. That's why hypertension and diabetes both affect blood vessels. They are the leading causes of kidney failure, okay? Because they affect blood vessels. Okay. Most Americans eat more sodium and protein than the body needs. It's your kidney's job to filter and get rid of the leftovers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't sleep. We sleep, the kidneys and the heart and the other organs, they don't sleep. They just keep on working. Healthy kidneys can generally handle the workload. But if you have kidney damage, too much sodium and protein can have a negative effect. Eating less sodium and more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is generally recommended. To reduce fats, choose lean meats and low-fat or fat-free dairy products, or choose plant-based protein foods. If you have kidney disease, your healthcare provider may recommend additional changes to your diet. And if lifestyle changes aren't enough to slow down kidney damage, your doctor may prescribe medications to reduce blood pressure, control blood glucose or sugar, and lower your cholesterol. Next slide, please. Protect your kidneys. Don't wait to take the first step to keep your kidneys healthy. Talk to your healthcare provider about your kidneys and ask if you should be tested for kidney disease. Okay? If you are at risk for kidney disease, especially if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or a family history of kidney failure, talk to your health provider to choose the best steps for you. Protect your kidneys. Get your blood and urine checked for kidney disease. Learn to manage your diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease. If you have any prescription medication, what should you do? What should you do? Follow your doctor's instructions and take them as advised, as prescribed. Do not alter the dosage, do not offer your medication to your friend or family friend, especially if it's not an over-the-counter drug. Even if it's an over-the-counter drug, we said earlier that non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs also damage the kidneys. So only take them when you really need to. The best thing to do, if you're not sure, see the doctor before taking anything. And ask the doctor, can I take this the next time I feel these symptoms, even without seeing you? You know, at least get recommendations from your doctor. If you have, cut back on salt. I'm a Filipino. I know the Filipino cuisine. We use a lot of yummy, salty sauces and crunchy stuff, you know. We like, I love that too. But that's why Asians are, as a race, I think culturally, not only genetically, because of our cuisine, we are exposed to a lot of salt in our diet, right? Sodium. Aim for less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium daily. Do you know how much sodium is in 1 teaspoon of salt? 1 standard teaspoon of salt has 2,400 milligrams of sodium. Of course, we don't eat salt by the teaspoon, but we use soy sauce, we use this, we use fish sauce, or what else, bagoong, or whatever. We use, you know, different things that are loaded with sodium, so that it's good to read labels, find out, okay? Less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium daily, especially if you have high blood pressure. Next slide, please. Choose foods that are healthy for your heart. You can use the DASH diet and my vegetarian plate as guides. At the end, we have copies of handouts about the DASH diet. I will show you also like a, what do you call this? An infographic, okay, an infographic on the DASH diet, and I will tell you where I got them from, so when you go home, you can Google them and print them out yourselves if we do not have enough copies. Okay. Be wise about water. Stay hydrated, but don't overdrink. Some people, there's such a thing as overhydration or water intoxication. That is possible, especially if you have perspired and lost a lot of electrolytes or have diarrhea, a lot of diarrhea, and all that you drank was water without without sodium, without other things in it. That's why in the hospitals, when you get there and you are dehydrated, they give you IV. They do not give you only plain water. They give you water plus other minerals in there to replenish so that you will not have water intoxication. Okay? So balance is very important. We need it. Some people will say, I drink a lot of juice, or I drink a lot of, what else do people drink? Coffee, tea, coconut water even. Well, soda, there's no replacement for water. But, as I said, you drink water, but you eat other things that have electrolytes, right, in the food. Okay, so it's not like just dumping yourself with a lot of water, just water without any other things coming in. Okay. Be physically active. How many of you here can say that you are moderately physically active? Okay. For those of you who have difficulty raising your hand, you have to be like me. We have to consciously increase our physical activity because we work seated for a long time or driving for a long time. That's sitting too, right? So we have to consciously do something. Maybe do hula hoop in the morning, quietly, without waking up other people. You can increase your physical activity, right? Or parking a little farther from the door of the supermarket so that you can walk longer, pushing your cart instead of just in front of the door. Be physically active. Lose weight if you are overweight, okay? And this doesn't mean that you will go on a crash diet, no? Little by little, you just find out what you are eating that is the highest calorie and trim that down, okay? Portion sizes maybe just reduce a little. You don't have to go on depriving yourself of essential nutrients, not eating at all. Then you have other problems. Okay? You're losing weight, but you're getting sick. You don't want that. It says here, limit alcohol. Better yet, avoid alcohol. I think for most of you, the avoid alcohol is a no-brainer. But it can be a problem in the church too. Okay? If you smoke, again, maybe I'm preaching to the choir, but at the same time, it is not impossible in the church to still have this as a problem, a quiet problem with some people. So take steps to quit. If you don't, stay a non-smoker. Kids, do you hear this? Right now, you don't drink and you don't smoke. Stay like that. Okay? Stay like that. Smoking increases the risk of developing kidney disease by, can you guess what percent? By 50%. It increases the risk of developing kidney disease. Smoking. Smoking alone. Okay? Next slide, please. And next slide. And next slide. Here is the DASH diet infographics that I found online. And it says there, hold on. I gave my copy. I gave my copy to Annette. Okay, so we have here, I'll read it for you. The DASH diet, it's dietary approaches to stop hypertension, but it has been proven to reduce risk for diabetes, hypertension, okay? Diabetes, stroke, heart disease, some forms of cancer, and also kidney disease and kidney stones. Okay? It helps lower the risk. So 6 to 8 servings per day of what? Whole grains. 4 to 5 servings per day of what? Vegetables. And then below that, 4 to 5 servings of fruits. 2 to 3 servings per day of fat-free or low-fat dairy. 4 to 5 servings per week of nuts, seeds, legumes. I believe many of you, will say, I do that, I do that, I do that. So this is good news. There are things that we do currently that are already helping the kidneys. Less than 6 servings per day of lean meat, poultry, fish. Less than 5 servings per week of sweets. I'm speaking to myself too. I love sweets. 2 to 3 servings per day of fats and oils. Okay? So I got this online. It says UK Healthcare. Okay? UK Healthcare. You can Google that. We will give you, we have, how many copies do we have? 20. We have 20 of each handout. I have, can you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. This is my vegetarian, my vegetarian plate. This was released by our GC Nutrition Council, okay? If you go to the Health Ministry's website and look for my vegetarian plate, you can see. But I have good news. I ordered copies of this, so I have a limited number of copies. Maybe we will limit it to 1 per family this afternoon, okay? I have copies of that. And then, the next slide, please. I found another My Plate vegetarian by the University of Kentucky, okay? So they created their My Vegetarian Plate based on the USDA vegetarian plate. Either any one of these, whichever fits you, use them to help you. They're very simple, and you will see that, oh, the simpler the better, okay? You know also, one last tip for sodium control. The fresher your food is, the more you cook or prepare your food from scratch, the better off you are. Because packaged foods, canned foods, many processed and packaged foods contain sodium, a lot of sodium. Unless you read their low sodium, right? So you read labels. Reading labels will be very helpful, okay? But the more you prepare food from scratch, the more you know what you put in it, and the more you can adjust what you will put in it, okay? So, kids, when you go out with mom and dad to eat, where do you ask them to take you for food? Yeah? Where do you ask them to take you? Applebee's, Jollibee, where else? Where else? Taco Bell. Okay. You know what? Usually, these food chains, they now have nutrition facts for each of their items. When you go there, you can ask them, can you please give me a copy of your nutrition facts for the foods? And then I need you also, you can also, how many of you kids know how to surf the web? How many of you can go to the internet and find what you are looking for? Thank you very much. I'm talking to the kids in the back too. How many of you can find something that you're looking for in the internet? Very good. I want you to Google nutrition facts for Big Mac or for 7-layer burrito or whatever nutrition facts, and look for sodium. Look for sodium. Okay? See how much sodium per 1 serving gives you. And then you can make a choice. You can ask your parents. When you go to these places, look at their menu and you will be able to identify after a while which ones are lower in sodium. Okay? If you cannot find anything there that is lower in sodium, ask your parents, can we look for another place? Okay? But I want you to do your homework. I don't want to tell you, don't go there, don't do this. I want you to check out how much sodium is in one. Okay? So if the goal is less than 1,500 milligrams a day, if one Big Mac will give me 800 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams of sodium, how much is that of my 1,500 for the day? If it is 750, it's 50% already of my allowance for the day. What about the other foods that I will eat? What about the French fries and with the ketchup and this and that? What about that? How much sodium will I be eating in one day? Okay? So, I would just like to give you that homework, kids, okay? So that you yourself can decide, this is good for me in terms of sodium, or this is not good for me in terms of sodium. Okay, I think I reached the end. I have here a handout, National Kidney Month. And then I have here tips to tackling the DASH diet. one per family for each of these. Maybe what I will do is this. We have the handouts. I'll give the time to Lynette. I'm not sure. We have the materials for poster, but I'm not sure if we still have time. Yeah, I'm giving it to her, and we will PJ or JP? TJ and Carmen. Let's distribute that at the end. Let's close, and then before you leave, please make sure you give me back the pens and we give you the handouts. Okay? Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you find this helpful.
It is very helpful, and thank you very much. Can we give Sister Eleena a big hand? I hope there will be a second round of this very informative presentation. And after this, there are sample foods at the lobby, and it is for free to taste. But before that, thank you very much, Sister Eleena. I hope we will do this again. And shall we all stand up for our closing song? And the closing prayer will be led to us by little brother Lamar. And the pen, please give it to Sister Ligaya when you exit. Before you exit to the door, Sister Ligaya will gather the pens. And shall we all sing Side by Side We Stand? Side by side we stand, and as we sing, shall we form a circle in the middle? In the middle, it's oblong, not a circle. Shall we hold hands? Side by side we stand, waiting God's command, worshiping the saving King, living by His and moving on in faith. Jesus will see us through. Meet me in heaven, we'll join hands together. Meet me by the Savior's side. I'll meet you in heaven, we'll join hands together. Brothers and sisters, I'll be there. Soldiers, all are we to go where Jesus leads, to fight the foe, and we will overcome. Heaven is our goal to save every soul. Pray that we all will be there. I'll meet you in heaven. Join hands, we'll join hands together. Meet me by the Savior's side. I'll meet you in heaven, we'll sing songs together. Brothers and sisters, I'll be there. Pray that we all will be there.
Dear God, thank you for bringing us to AY today so that we can learn more and worship you. And please keep us safe as we go throughout the rest of the day. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
one announcement for the kids who took notes. If you want to join in a poster making contest, come by. I'll give you sheets of paper. You can take it home, and the next time, submit them to Tita Lynette. What you remember about keeping your kidney healthy. Okay? Kids, come.